Hey, so I made a couple people a little bit upset in the last video when I said this. Oh, by the way, we're talking about the three main streaming platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I know I'll get a bajillion comments like, what about Brime? Guys, Brime's not a real platform. Stop worrying about it. And you know what? That's fair to be a little bit upset. I don't think I've really spoken on this topic much except for like small excerpts, like tiny parts in other videos. And I do think as streamers, you guys deserve to know why I'm a little hesitant of these smaller platforms and why I generally don't give them much validity, because it's not me being an elitist or anything. I do want these platforms to succeed. I think the more competition the big platforms have, the more they're going to be forced to innovate and pay streamers more. They're going to try to get you guys to use their platforms. I just think before you hand the keys of your career over to these smaller platforms, they should have to prove themselves to you. Otherwise, you're just going to end up being another Mixer streamer, just let down by your platform. So what things should you consider if you're looking at using a small platform to start your career? Let's start with Mixer, since we learned a valuable lesson from it that I really don't think we should forget. Mixer died. Mixer was funded by the massive company Microsoft. Mixer had some momentum in its growth moving forward. Mixer had some of the most famous streamers broadcasting on their platform, and Mixer even had some unique, valuable technology providing value to streamers. And Mixer still died, leaving a lot of streamers in limbo, not sure where they're gonna go or if they'll even have a career. Immediately, a bunch of those new tiny streaming platforms popped up, hoping to scoop up a lot of these homeless, desperate streamers. And a good chunk of them actually joined, as if they had already forgotten what happens when a small streaming platform can't make the cut. Mixer dying should have scarred them more. And here is my thought on this topic, like in a nutshell. When you join a small streaming platform, you are putting your career in the hands of that platform, hoping that if the platform grows, you will rise along with it. But that also means if the platform can't figure out how to succeed, like Mixer or dlive or Caffeine or the bajillion other small streaming platforms that never took off, you have literally zero chance of success. Growing on big platforms like Twitch or YouTube is definitely hard, but the audience is there, which means the control of success is in your hands. Moving to a small platform means you give up that control entirely and it becomes a gamble. Is the platform going to succeed? That's what determines whether or not you succeed. Never bet your success on someone else who doesn't care about your success. But here's the deal. There is a chance that Twitch gets shut down. It's not profitable, so I'm sure Amazon's not happy. The RIAA, the entire music industry, is super mad at it. It's allowing illegal gambling on its website. Like if the FBI shut it down tomorrow, I wouldn't be that surprised. So what does a new platform have to do to establish itself as a good alternative option? It needs three things. It needs to have an idea that provides unique value to streamers. It has to have something important that other streaming platforms don't have. It can't just be this tiny rip-off Twitch. Most of these new platforms don't have this one, let alone the next two. It needs to have resources to actually build that idea. This is why small startups are iffy in this space. You are up against Google, Amazon, and Facebook. How are you going to fight that fight? And three, you need an audience. You need viewers. But unfortunately, in order to get viewers, you need streamers. But in order to bring streamers over, you have to have viewers to watch them. And in order to get viewers, you have to get streamers. Number three is a vicious cycle, and it's what killed Mixer. Twitch and YouTube have all three. I would say Facebook is working on number three right now. I really don't think I've seen any other player accomplish step one yet. Whenever I look at these new streaming platforms and try to figure out what they're about, they all say the same thing. Hey, we're a new streaming platform that's going to change the game, or for streamers by streamers, or the big one that I see a lot is like community driven or community focused, which doesn't mean anything. Like every platform is community focused until their community gets too big to focus on it. Twitch was community focused 6 years ago. I would love to see a platform that has a specific plan that makes it better than any other one. And as soon as I see that, I will definitely let you know. But I also understand that I'm gonna get comments on videos like these that say, but Harris, you're stomping out these small platforms before they ever have a chance to compete with YouTube or Twitch. And I disagree with you for two reasons. First of all, I haven't seen any of them show me a single sign that they know how to get any further than Mixer did. The only one I think has a chance is Trovo, and the only reason that is because it's run by Tencent, which is this massive company that owns everything in the gaming space. And even then, I'm gonna have a hard time recommending jumping over to Trovo right now. I promise you, I'm not killing any of these platforms right now. Based on what I've seen, every one of them is doomed to fail in the next year or two unless they make some serious changes. Secondly, my loyalty is not to these platforms. It's to you, the streamer, and if it's very clear to me that these platforms, 99% of them are all gonna die in the next year or two, it's my job to tell you that. I'm definitely not gonna lie to you and tell you to flood this platform and stream on it and throw a bunch of those creators under the bus just because I wanna give the platform a chance. Look, new streaming platforms, this is feedback. This is honest feedback, and I think it's good feedback. And what any good business should do is take these doubts that I'm having, bring them back to the drawing board and say, what is valid about these? What can we use in these doubts to change and make a better product? Instead, all that's happened so far is a bunch of small Twitch ripoffs have popped up, and the Brime CTO has said I can suck his which is fine. I'm not trying to get anyone canceled. All I'm saying is I haven't seen the mature leadership in this industry enough to actually accomplish anything.